first half. Port in control of this game. At half-time in Showdown number 1, the Adelaide Crows have been around a while. They've got to dig deep now.
Jack said some choice words again at half-time and said that he believed in us and that we were invincible. And Jack was a good motivator. He could get the best out of you and he could pump you up. And half-time speech was one of those. And you couldn't wait to get back out there again.
To Mead, who's been very, very good. Here's Franco, runs to 50, drives a goal, yes!
Downsborough, Stanfield wanted a free kick. Well done by McCartney, got back but exposed the ball to Brewer. Normally a good finisher. I'll tell you what, he's got it.
Leading into that time when in the end of that third quarter, I'd turned over the footy a couple of times. And so I really felt like I had to do something to get that back. And an opportunity came up where I got to lay a couple of tackles, knock a few guys over and do the things that I used to really love doing. And lucky enough, it turned into a goal.
Lockwood worked out of it, smart. Wilson's got him, slung immediately, loose ball. Wilson did brilliantly, flicked it back, needs support, goes on to lay another tackle. That was great stuff. In the opposite direction is Hart. Downsborough stood up in the tackle. Ball into the ground, Lockwood to ground. Tricky, looking Bill Clinton. Well, it's inside. Cummins runs in and gets the goal.
We all ran to Wilbur and it was like one of those passages of play that everyone in the stand, even Crow supporters too, would have just gone, oh, jeez, they're on. And it would have haunted them from Port Adelaide days to the past, the way Port Adelaide Magpies played.
That builds everybody up, the goosebumps come again, and you get that rev up again. And I think you can use that to get you through the last bit of the third quarter and into that fourth quarter.
30 minutes. Stanfield thumps it out wide. Brewer has been very good. Plays the percentages back towards the middle, in front. Cummings almost the mark. Downsborough then drives and he's kicked the goal.
Another injury. That's Tom Carr, number 42, coming off the ground. Gee, they've lost a couple of good players today too, Port.
Well, the injuries were Gavin went off so early, and then Fabian Francis, and then Tommy Carr. I think they were the three that were on the bench right at the end. And we just hung in there, and you could see those threes weren't going to come back. So the remaining players on the field just took it all up and just went for it.
Well, here's the casualty area. No one left.
We were undermanned for sure, but that's the Port Adelaide. That's what makes it so great, because this was true Port Adelaide. All the stuff that had been instilled into me from the get-go, from the second I arrived at the footy club, was just all playing out in front of my eyes.
Emerges with it, chips it out wide. Downsborough can take it and go. Downsborough 25 out, kicks a goal. And there is no more time. Wait for it. The Battle of Adelaide has been fought and won. They brought with them a mountain of tradition. There was no denying that. A bona fide club, as distinct from all of the others. The club forged over many years and what an impact. A few chameleons in the crowd, I think. A few changed during the course of that game. They found their roots, I think, Pete.
Just looking at it, I thought probably what I was trying to say was that a chant went up around the ground. Now, it was an Adelaide home game, but it was a strong chant. And a lot of those people who barracked for Adelaide, not a lot, because Port was such an entrenched club, it was hard for them to move even to Adelaide. But having said that, I'm sure some did. And then I think late in the game, when Port was there, they discovered where their heart was.
Well, what can you say? The Adelaide Crows have been handed their head this afternoon.
Before we get underway with the presentation, to walk off our own ground, beaten by an opposition that we didn't really like much, and either did our supporters. And a bit credit to Port Adelaide and how they performed and how they prepared and the way that they played. And I think it's probably testament to a lot of what Port's about. You were down 3 or 4 men. Some good players were sitting on the bench, but you were able to do what you had to do, and it was a good win.
It was pretty cool walking off the ground after the win, going down the race, and the Crow supporters booing at you and yelling at you because you beat them. We all had a bit of a laugh about that, but then getting into the rooms and the coaches were all pumped. Had family in the rooms, had supporters in the rooms.
Half the boys couldn't even believe we'd won the game, to be honest with you. So it was a very special time and a bit like a grand final win, to be honest.
For us to win that first one, to go down in history, to always win that first showdown is never going to be taken off us.
It was a wonderful win. It set up the club like they were the poor relation in some terms because they'd come in much later. There'd been controversy about them coming in, and they made a statement, as Port Adelaide had always done along the way. Just something that only the great clubs can do.
It was just so important for the club because our credibility, we were on a high from the previous week. We win our first game and then we win the showdown, and it's our town. You know, we've established ourselves. We're in the AFL and we win. That's good.